Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. How's your weekend going? How's your Sunday going? What is going on, everyone? What is going on? Shout out to the folks in the chat. How we doing on this Sunday morning? How we feeling, folks? Hopefully you're all in a good mood. Hopefully you'll be in a better mood when the Yankees win today. But got to win this series. It's sink or swim. That's the theme of the month. But let's see what the Yankees do. Max Fried is on the mound. He'll be going up against Jason Alexander. We'll talk more about that matchup. And we'll talk about the lineups. All right. But first thing is first, make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe. Share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. The Strike Zone is on the road to 2K for subscribers. So if you're new and you're watching this, excuse me, hit that subscribe button. Let's continue growing this channel. And I do see a few people in the chat. Let me say what's up real quick. We got Katie, who's first in the building. What is up? We got Beagle in the building. Who else we got in the building? We got Ken in the building. What is up? We got Jacob Frederick in the building. What is up? So we got a few people in the building. So big game today, big series. Yankees ended up winning yesterday's game 5-4. It was a much needed win. Yesterday's game showed me a few things, man. These guys are able to, when they're on their game, they could make things happen. They could win these games, right? They could. The pitching was on point. The pitching did exactly what they were supposed to do. You know, Camilo Duvall gave us a bit of a frustration there, right? When he didn't make a accurate throw to second base to Volpe. And as a result, the Astros were able to tie the game up. And unfortunately, they tied it up in the bottom of the eighth. However, Yankees were still able to prevail. Right. So, you know, David Bednar came in. He pitched for 5 outs. I think Bednar, as of right now, it looks like he has solidified himself as being the closer for the New York Yankees. He came through when it truly mattered. What's up, Aiden? How's it going? The other thing, too, with the Yankees yesterday is that they weren't so reliant on the home run ball. Although Trent Grisham came through in the top of the ninth and got the go-ahead homer that gave the Yankees led the Yankees to victory. They ended up winning the game 5-4. But all the other runs that they had were situational hits, situational running. You know, it was all situational. You know, where they didn't have to rely so much on the home run ball. I'll take it. The good news with the Yankees winning last night, the Red Sox ended up losing last night. So did the Blue Jays. Both things still need to continue happening. All right. The Yankees also, at the same time, they need to start putting together a winning streak. It cannot be just a 1-game winning streak or a 2-game winning streak. These guys need to put together a 4 or 5 game winning streak, and in the hopes that the Red Sox and Blue Jays will end up, you know, still losing games, right? And cut the lead down in the wild card, cut the lead down in the AL East, because right as of right now, the Yankees are 5.5 games out of first place. And they still are holding on to the final wild card spot as of today. The Red Sox and Mariners have the same record as far as the wild card spot goes. So, you know, both the Red Sox and Mariners have been playing some, you know, really good baseball lately. Although Red Sox, they're 8-2 in their last 10. Along with the Seattle Mariners. So, you know, both teams playing good baseball as of late. Now, just looking ahead at the schedule, obviously the Red Sox, they have their final game of the series against the Padres this afternoon. And then after that, they're going to go play against the Astros in Houston. Okay. So they have a 3-game set there. So that should make for a fun series. And then as far as the Seattle Mariners go, they have 2 more games against they have 1 game left today against the Rays. They have a day off tomorrow, and then they begin a 3-game set against the Orioles. Then they visit the Mets. So Orioles series should be easy for the Mariners, but then let's see what happens when they visit the Mets out there in Citi Field. So as far as the Yankees go, they have the Twins after today. So hopefully they can get a win today, get the series win. They need it bad. Again, they need as many wins as they possibly can get. So what's up there, Cold Italian Pizza? How you doing? What's up, Cold Italian? But yeah, the Yankees though, I believe they could win today, right? You know, they do have Max Fried on the mound. Now, Max Fried's last outing was against the Texas Rangers. And you know what? He went 5 innings, gave up 8 hits. Despite giving up the 4 runs, he walked. You know, he still struck out 7, walked 3 guys. You know, was it his best outing? No, not really. The game before that, it was against the Rays. He went 6 2/3. He struck out 9. He walked a couple of guys. But Max Fried, we need him to go 6 or 7 innings. There's no doubt. He absolutely needs to go 6 or 7 innings. Hopefully he can make that happen. So, you know, Max Fried's career against the Astros, I had it pulled up here. He's got an ERA of 2.31 and 7 strikeouts and 2 appearances against the Astros in his career. So, you know, a small sample size for Max Fried. But I believe he could go 6 or 7 innings. I don't know about the rest of you. I believe he can go 6 or 7 innings. We'll get into the predictions. And the Yankees are going up against Jason Alexander. What's up there, Chef? Shout out to Chef Nick in the building. What's up, man? They're going up against Jason Alexander. He's a relief pitcher, so they're using him as the opener. Now, this season with the Astros, he's got a 2-1 record so far in 4 games. So he's got some major league experience. He's played for several different teams, playing in their minor league systems. Did some research on him. Now, I did pull up his baseball savant, and we'll talk about his baseball savant. What's up there, Evan? Rodney says it's way too early for you. You can take another nap, man. What's up, Rodney? Shout out to Rodney in the building. But I'll pull up his baseball savant here. Let's check out this baseball savant. We'll make that sucker full screen. And let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, a lot of blue, right? A lot of blue. So, you know, the Yankees should be able to hit off this guy. The question is, are they going to be able to hit off this guy? That's the question. We don't know. But they should be able to hit off this guy based on the numbers here. So a lot of blue for him. You know, a lot of blue. Looks like the one thing that's in the red is his ground ball rate. Ground ball rate is pretty good. And it looks like he throws a lot of sinkers, a lot of changeups. Doesn't look like he throws a lot of fastballs, but sinkers, changers, sweeper, changeup, sweeper. Those are looks like those are the big pitches that he throws the most. So Yankees are going to see a lot of sinkers and changeups mostly, but he'll throw some sweepers in there too. So again, not a lot of fastballs, and doesn't seem like he uses the cutter that much. But those are the 3, your top 3 right there. So it looks like the sinker he throws 39% of the time, along with, and then his changeup 32%, sweeper 17%. As far as his numbers go, looks like compared to other right-handed pitchers, he's below average. So nothing spectacular. But again, the Yankees bats, once again, they should be able to do work against him. But sometimes we know how the Yankees bats can be, right? Especially against pitchers that they're not always familiar with, or pitchers that that don't necessarily have good stats. But we'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens in this afternoon's game. All right, I feel confident about Max Fried. I think he'll have a good game. I feel more confident usually when Max Fried's on the mound. I know he's been struggling as of late, but it was mainly because of those blisters that he's been having on his fingers. So let's see how things turn out for him. Yeah, he might have a Cy Young day. That's what I'm saying, Rodney. We know how the Yankees can be against some of these pitchers that they should be hitting against. So hopefully it's the opposite of what we're thinking. But that's what we got, folks. That's what we got. So Yankees right now, there's an injury report. So they placed Ahmed Rosario on the 10-day IL. They say he's feeling, it's more day-to-day for him. As you all know, on Friday night, he ran into the wall in right field. He hurt himself, and he got put on the IL retroactive to August 9th. So hopefully we see him back. I mean, recently, the Yankees just lost, Austin Slater to the IL on a hamstring injury, and he's out 4 to 6 weeks. So it's crazy that two of the players that they traded for both got hurt. I mean, of course, injuries, you never know when it's going to happen. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Injuries are inevitable. But it just sucks to lose both of those guys to the IL, and hopefully it's a speedy recovery for both guys because they're going to play an important role later down the road. And with Rosario going on the 10-day IL, they have recalled J.C. Escada. So J.C. Escada has been called back up. I don't know if we'll see him play at some point, but that does give them another option for catcher, and Escada can play third base if needed. So it still gives the Yankees a little bit of versatility. And I don't know about you all. I've been liking the idea of Ben Rice catching in some of these games recently. Ben Rice does a really good job at the plate. He really does. I like what he's been doing at the catcher position. He's caught in a few games, but I think he calls a really good game. I like to see him more. I like to see him more behind the plate. I don't know. Would you guys and gals agree that maybe he should catch in more games than Austin Wells? Let me know what you all think. And also do me a favor. Make sure you all go vote in the poll too. I would greatly appreciate that. Yeah, I know, man. With the Yankees, it's always bad with the injuries, dude. I don't get it, But unfortunately, every team, like I said, suffers from it. It just seems like it's the Yankees because that's who we follow the most. Chef is asking if I think the Yankees will trade Wells in a package this offseason. Honestly, no. I'd be surprised if they traded Austin Wells. They would have done so by now. I feel like, you know what I mean. But no, he'll be back. All right, I don't think he'll be traded. What's up, Bryce? He's adding here this thing from Clint Frazier about what he said. He said that Aaron Boone doesn't get to make the decisions, and the analytical team has to say about the lineups, and they predict what happens. Well, that's probably true for all baseball teams. Unfortunately, yeah, the manager doesn't have the final say. They don't. The decision's not always on them. I mean, they're a part of it, but Boone is the fall guy. And in this modern game of baseball, every team uses analytics. The analytical team, the coaches, right? Like they all have a decision to make as far as how the lineups, who to bring in, who not to bring in, all that fun stuff. But some teams do a better job with it than others. Do I think the Yankees do a good job with it? Not always. I don't like analytics. It's a tool, right? But it shouldn't be the whole story. It's like Joe Torre was in the Yes booth there with, I believe it was Paul O'Neill and Michael Kay, right? it was telling him, getting a feel for the game, when he was managing, was getting a feel for the game. But you also got to remember, baseball was a different ball. It was a different sport back then. The sports changed a lot. Still the same sport, but now they're implementing different things now, as we can see. And analytics, like I keep saying, it's going to be here. It's not going nowhere. It's a big part of the game. I remember when I had the Major League Baseball agent Andy Moda, and I have the video. I interviewed him. It was a pretty cool interview, just to get an insight of what it's like to interview, or what it's like to negotiate with agents and players and general managers. And they say that when they're talking with player's agent or manager, they have an analytical team in the room when they're trying to negotiate with a player on terms of contract and years. And they have the teams have their analytical game in the room, or team in the room, crunching numbers and seeing, based on what, trying to negotiate, like, hey, here's why we're thinking, we should sign a player to this, to this kind of deal, this kind of years. So analytics is here to stay, folks. Well, it doesn't have to be all analytics. Again, analytics needs to be a part of it'll be a part of the game, but it shouldn't be the whole thing, but it's here to stay. It ain't going nowhere. Like I said, analytics is also used in the offseason to determine whether or not a team should sign a player and how many years they should give them, how much money they should offer them. So, and they got a whole team that's, like, for example, if the Yankees are trying to sign a player, right, they have their analytical team with them, and they're looking up the players, they're looking up the numbers, looking up the stats, all that. So analytics plays a role, and it's going to continue playing a role. Once again, whether we like it or not, it's just the reality of it. And honestly, when it comes to baseball, analytics is always here. It's called stats. When it comes to baseball, there's worse things that are out there that I'm more upset about than analytics. Let's put it that way. Analytics, I mean, there's frustrations with it, but there's other things I'm more frustrated with when it comes to baseball. But that's a whole nother can of worms that we're not going to get into. We got Shua in the building. We got Jake is in the building. It's Steve. We got Bill in the building. What's up, Bill? Hopefully you're feeling well. Hopefully health is good with you and your wife. NFE is the initials to my name. That's what NFE is. It's the initials to my name. So I feel like it stands out. You know what I mean? That's why I went with it. But anyway, folks, let's get into the lineup. Let's get into these lineups for tonight's game, or this afternoon's game. So it'll be at 1:35 start time. And let me pull up the lineups. So let me make this full screen. Here we go. All right. So starting lineup for both teams. So let's go. Let's start with the Astros real quick. We got Jeremy Pena. We got Carlos Correa, Jose Altuve, Christian Walker. Caratini is at the dish. He'll be catching instead of Yainer Diaz. Jesus Sanchez. We have Cam Smith, Mauricio Dubon, and McCormick. And Jason Alexander is your starting pitcher. He's got a 2-1 record with a 5.97 ERA. Again, the Yankees should be able to hit off this guy, but we know how sometimes Yankees treat some of these guys like Cy Youngs. What's up, Desiree? Good morning. How are you? Hopefully you're feeling well. Good to see you this morning. John says they use analytics as a way to create narratives. They use gray area created by the way too much. Yeah, listen, for me, when it comes to baseball, the bottom line is wins and losses. That's the bottom line. All right, that is the bottom line. It's wins and losses. It's a cool tool. It's a cool tool. The stats are cool and all, but at the end of the day, it's about who wins, who loses. So that's my take on it. Now, Yankees starting lineup, you got Trent Grisham, who was yesterday's hero. who helped the Yankees to victory. He's leading off, playing center field. Ben Rice batting second, playing first base. Aaron Judge is batting third. He'll be DHing, so no Giancarlo Stanton. Cody Bellinger is batting cleanup. He'll be playing right field. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is back in the lineup. He'll be batting fifth. He'll be playing second base. Jason Dominguez will be batting sixth. He'll be playing left field. Anthony Volpe batting seventh. He'll be playing shortstop. Ryan McMahon is batting eighth. He'll be playing third base. And back in the lineup is Austin Wells. He'll be at the dish. He'll be batting ninth. And on the mound, folks, it is Max Fried. So 12-4 record with a 2.78 ERA. So hopefully Max Fried can have a solid outing. And Jake says, personally, I think Dominguez and Grisham should be switched. I think Grisham adds some length to the bottom of the lineup. You could say that. You could also say the same thing about Dominguez. I think he adds some length to the lineup too. But Grisham, as of late, though, I mean, he's been looking a little bit better at the plate. I know there was a bit of a slump there that he was going through, but he's been getting some more hits lately. You know, not necessarily just a home run ball, but he's been getting on base a little bit more. So, you know, let's see how he does today. I like Trent Grisham. You know, I don't know what the plan is after in the offseason. I know he'll be a free agent. If I'm being honest, I do not think the Yankees are going to bring him back. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I don't think the Yankees bring him back. But folks in the chat, let me know what you think about this lineup. How do you feel about this lineup? Are you okay with this lineup? Is there anything that you would change? You know, it seems like it's the same lineup almost, right? Boone, it looks like Boone is trying to stay a little bit more consistent. I know, you know, Volpe's obviously batting slightly higher in the lineup. He's batting seventh, but Volpe's been better as of late, right? I know we say that, but sometimes and then sometimes he'll make some sort of like boneheaded play, but he's been better as of late. I just want to see more of that consistency. Listen, I like Volpe, man. I like Volpe, but he's got to show it on the field. Man, he's got to show it on the field. Omar Martinez? Wait, who is that? Why am I not familiar with him? I don't know if he'd be the next guy up. He's another lefty bat. They got a lot of lefty catchers, man. Right now he's in AAA. He could be the next guy up. But as far as and in case anybody didn't hear, if you're hearing it, if you need to hear it again, JC Escara has been called up because they put Ahmed Rosario on the 10-day IL retroactive to yesterday. So Escara has been called back up. And Bill says, my late father used to say they can count all the punches in a boxing match and all the hits in baseball. The only two that count are the winning blows. Exactly, man. Well, boxing is all about damage. You're going to see who's gotten the most damage. You know what I mean? And as far as baseball, I mean, yeah, you can count all the hits, but at the end of the day, who won? Who won, who lost? That's the bottom line. And who won the World Series? Because that's going to be the talk. You know, whoever wins the World Series, it's like you're the champions. Everything else is irrelevant, right? But that's what we got, though, folks. That's what we got. That's our lineup for tonight or for today. So hopefully the Yankees can win the series. Hopefully the Red Sox and Blue Jays lose today. That would be amazing, and it would mean that the Yankees would be trailing by 4.5 games. Hopefully they could cut that lead down to 4.5. You hope the Mariners lose as well, so that way the Yankees can gain some ground in the wild card. But man, I really want the Yankees to try and get back to first place because they need it. They need to. If they make it to the postseason as a wild card team, then so be it. But I want them to take over first place. That's what I want. That's what we all want, I'm sure. So Spencer Jones, he's probably going to get called up in September, man, when they expand the roster. What's up, Jockey Boy? Jays are winning today? Who's pitching for you guys? Jake's asking, does anyone feel like Fried's going to have another rough outing today? Ever since that blister, he hasn't looked the same. Yeah, I mean, he did look good again. He looked good in that game against Tampa Bay, but then that last outing against the Rangers, he went 5 2/3. He gave up the 4 runs, but he still managed to strike out 7. The Blue Jays play the Dodgers. Oh, they got Lauer on the mound. Okay. Lauer's pretty good for you guys. John says MLB and Cashman wanted to speed the game up, so they stressed homers over fundamentals so they can gain the casual fan. Well, yeah, there's a lot of things that they homers over fundamentals. I mean, yeah, Yankees, I'll say this. I know a lot of folks feel like the Yankees never practice fundamentals. But they do practice fundamentals. It's just sometimes it's on the players. Does Boone rip them apart? I truly don't know. But as of late, the Yankees have been, a little bit better defensively, not that much better, right? There's still some miscues on the field. Dodgers might win. They won 8. Yeah, the Dodgers. I mean, they're a tough team. There's no doubt. Yeah, you're a Yankees fan this week. You're because you can't root for Minnesota naturally. I mean, those guys are not in your division, or those guys are in your division. They're your rivals, so understandable. Yeah, Jockey Boy. I mean, Lauer. You guys need him today for sure, man. Because who is he pitching against? Just curious. Lauer and who? Just want to check that real quick. Oh, looks like Blake Snell is going to be on the mound. That'll be an interesting matchup. Oh, it's Glasnow? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, you're right. It is Glasnow. My fault. Yeah, Glasnow. Yeah, you should. Blue Jays should be able to hit off of him, man. He's never really been able to. I mean, if he's on his game, he's on his game. But yeah, Blake Snell did pitch last night. That's right. He did. Yeah, Glasnow's tough, but he's also hittable too at the same time. That's a guy who can never stay healthy, man. If he could stay healthy, that guy would be he'd be a filthy pitcher. He'd be better than what he is, honestly. Injuries have hurt him big time, like literally. It's affected him. Jockey Boy says we taking this game. Well, hope for your boys' sake, for you as a fan. I mean, no disrespect. I definitely need the Blue Jays to lose and for the Yankees to win, but hey. Beggars can't be choosers. Cool, Frederick. But yeah, let's get into these predictions. Let's talk predictions, people. Let's talk predictions. What do we got? What's up, Texas Buckeye? Texas Buckeyes in the building. What's up, man? What does Max Fried do today against the Astros? How does Max Fried perform? What are we thinking for Max Fried? What are our predictions for Max Fried? How do we feel? What do we got for Max Fried? Drop your predictions for Max Fried. Hello. Brooklyn's in the house. What's up, Susan? How's it going? Yeah, it looks like I'm looking at this tweet right now from Max Goodman on Twitter. You're going to eat a hearty dinner, a medium rare steak there, Bill. So Max Goodman put out this tweet saying that Aaron Boone, quote, flirted with Giancarlo Stanton in the outfield again today, but he doesn't want to push it since he had been so long since he was out there. And he also added that Aaron Judge is also, quote, moving in a pretty good direction with his throwing program. And he's optimistic that he'll be back in the outfield soon. And this was said by Aaron Boone. Definitely need him back, man. I definitely need Judge back in the outfield, no doubt. The Astros in the lineup are hitting very well against Fried. I'm going to go 5 innings, 5 runs, similar to the Rangers game. Fair enough. You just got back from brunch. Hopefully it was a good brunch. Did you go to IHOP? Did you eat some pancakes? Buckeye is adding here 6 2/3, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks. I would love that. I would love for him to go 6 or 7 innings because, for me, I'm going to go 6 2/3. I actually have him going 6 2/3 as well. And I got him going 7 strikeouts actually, and 3 walks. I think he'll give up 3 runs. Susan says, "Nah, okay, you went to a different one. Okay, cool. So 6 2/3, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks, and then I think he gives up 3 runs." Oh, cool! Happy birthday to your brother. Yeah, the heat does take its toll. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But one thing I don't want to see in this game, I don't want to see Devin Williams on Wednesday. Okay, cool, Susan. I don't want to see Devin Williams. I don't want to see Devin Williams pitch, man. I hope he doesn't have to come in a closing situation. Don't put the guy in a closing situation. I'm done with Devin Williams, man. And Jake is adding that the issue with this team is that none of the starters can ever go past 5 innings. At a certain point, the bullpen is going to gas out. I mean, they've been able to go over 5 innings. I mean, they have been able to recently. It's been you saw Will Warren. These guys are able to pitch past 5 innings. It's just the opposing team is making them work there. It's causing them to throw more pitches. Unfortunately, a lot of times when these guys are on the mound with the starters, they're not always, they're not able to get that final strike. They're not able to get that final out. Other teams are just they're keeping it alive. They're making the opposing pitcher work constantly. As frustrating as it is. So, the starting pitching needs to lock it down. They need to get that final, strike and not throw more pitches. Like these guys, the opposing team is just, again, making these guys work, making them throw extra pitches. They're able to draw walks to keep the inning alive, and it just adds more stress. So, they're able to go past 5 innings. I mean, late as of recent, I understand. What's up, Victor? Shout out to you, man. Good morning. Sorry I haven't responded to your email yet, dude. I apologize. I promise I will respond. We'll figure something out. So I didn't forget. Don't worry, man. But we'll figure something out, man, for like a pregame. But drop your Max Fried predictions. Drop your Max Fried predictions. Yeah, massive win yesterday. Susan says our guys haven't worked the count. No, the bats are like, they go up there and it's like they're pressing. It's like they're in a rush. They're in a big rush. It's almost like they're trying to get out of the inning. All cool. Life first. Yeah, for real, man. Yeah, when life hits, man. Oh, I mean that in a good way, but sometimes you do get a little busy. But drop your predictions for Max Fried once again, folks. Let me know what you all are thinking for Max Fried. If not, we'll move on to the next question. So it looks like I got 31 votes in the chat, and 74% of you said that the Yankees will get the series win. I feel confident. Susan's adding here. Fried goes 6 innings, 7 strikeouts, gives up a couple of homers, 3 walks. Jake Boss is in the building. What's up, man? 7 innings pitch, 8 strikeouts, gives up a run, 2 walks. Big game, Freed, baby. He says, let's go. Yeah, I got, he needs to go 6 or 7. If he's able to go 8, even better. But I don't see it happen. I think he could go 6 or 7. I feel confident about that. Cruise Control, what's up, man? He's saying 7 innings, 8 strikeouts. Victor's adding 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 10 Ks, 2 walks, 2 earned runs. Boy, if he struck out 10, that would be huge. I would love if he struck out 10. I would love if he struck out 10. All right. What about double plays, people? How many double plays did the Yankees hit into? How are we feeling about the double plays? I think the Yankees hit into 2 yesterday, I think. I think it was 2. Or it was just 1. I believe it was 1, and it was 1 that Volpe hit into. I had to mention that one. that was funny. Calling the game yesterday, and Susan says in the chat, Volpe's been better lately. And then his first bat up hits into a double play. She's like, I spoke too soon. I'm like, oh, man. I thought it was funny. But Victor says 0 double plays. Yeah, today's pitcher looks like he's a big ground ball guy. So he's going to look to try and get a lot of ground balls. Katie says 6 innings. I'm going to say 1 double play for my prediction. Susan's going Volpe and Wells for double play, so she's going 2. Bill says my usual 2-hit batters are critical. Additionally, the walks have to be held to a minimum. Yeah, man. Yeah, big time. But I got the Yankees hitting into 1 double play. Susan's saying 2. Victor's got 0. 0 sounds good. What's up, Robert? Good to see you, dude. What's going on, dude? How are you? Good to see you. Those of you that are entering in or you're watching this, make sure you all hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's get those likes up. And if you're new and you're watching, hit that subscribe button. Join in on the conversation. Let's continue growing this channel. The strike zone is on the road to 2K. So let's make it happen. And when we get to 2K, I'll do some I'm going to do a couple of giveaways, just as a way of saying thank you. Robert's saying Jets. So we got a Jets fan in the building. We got Bill as the Bills fan in the building. So a couple of rivalries there. So what do we got for home runs, folks? Who's going to hit a home run today? So Yankees again. The only homer from the Yankees was Trent Grisham, who had that go-ahead homer, helped the Yankees to victory. They won 5-4. What do we got for home runs today? Is anybody on the Yankees hitting a home run today? What are we thinking? I feel like I'm going to go Judge today. I think Judge is due for one. I got Judge. I'm going to go McMahon. He's due. I'm gonna say he's due. I'll say McMahon, Judge. I feel like Cody Bellinger has not hit a homer as of late either. So I'm gonna go Bellinger, Judge, and McMahon. Grish can dish at the plate. That's right. Victor says Rice, Judge, and McMahon. Okay. 75% victory today. Is that what the poll says? Oh, that is what the poll says. Yes. So 36 votes, and the majority of you are feeling confident. Susan's going Rice home run. Robert's going Judge, Volpe, and Belly. What other home run predictions do we got? What do we got, folks? All right, we got 25 likes. Robert's the 25th. Let's go. I don't know if we'll get to 50, but if we were to get a 50 likes on this live stream, I'll gift a membership. I'm trying to do it to where every 50 likes, I'll gift a membership, and it's free. It's free to hit that like. It's free to hit that subscribe. And if I gift you a membership, that's also free too. It's good for 30 days. 26. All right, so we're 24 away now. Okay. Jockey Boy. Okay, he's adding his predictions here for the Blue Jays. He's going Vladdy and Bo Bichette. You know what? I'll say Vladdy, and I'm gonna add George Springer. I'm gonna add George Springer to your list there. Bill says my pick is sitting on the bench. Big G is your pick. All right, nothing wrong with that. Bellinger, Stanton, and Volpe. Stanton's not on the lineup there, Robert. So maybe pinch hit as a pinch hit home run. He comes in as a pinch hitter, hits a home run. A Springer dinger would be awesome. Yeah, I'll add George Springer, dude. He's a freaking killer, that guy. I hate when the Yankees have to go up against him. Yeah, he's always been a Yankee nightmare, man. But yeah. What did you think about the old timers calling out these Yankees? You know what? Good. You know what, Victor? Good for them, dude. I mean, you call them out. Call them out, man. It's like, yeah, these guys need to get a fire lit under them. But again, the game has changed, man. The game has changed so much from when these guys played. The baseball today is a little softer today, right? I mean, it's not just with the Yankees; it's just in general. Oh, Springer's on the IL with the concussion. Ooh, okay. Oh, you had to go to a birthday party? Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Hopefully you have plenty of cake. But no, I think it was a pinch hitter blast from Robert. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, look, it's good. It's good that these old school players called out the players today, the team today, man. Yeah, teams don't really fear the Yankees now, right? Now it's just anytime these teams are ready to play against the Yankees, there used to be a time where teams used to visit the Yankees in the past, and they were nervous as hell. They were I don't want to say scared. I mean, they still had to go out there and play, but it was like they knew they had a challenge against them. Wearing those pinstripes meant, it meant something to those guys. Not to say that it doesn't mean anything to these guys today, but yeah, what are you eating there, Bill? You eating some steak? And Jockey says Boston has what the Yankees have lost. I mean, Boston's that team. I mean, Boston's a good team, man. Red Sox are a good team. All the stats I looked at shows Grisham a better hitter, lower in the lineup. Yeah, I mean, again, he's leading off. Wherever he's batting the lineup, just as long as he's hitting well, and as long as he's playing good defense. Yeah, no one. I mean, yeah, it's true. Like no one really teams don't really fear the Yankees anymore. And guys like Jorge Posada, that's what motivated these guys to play, because they knew that teams fear the Yankees, man. They knew it, and they use that as adrenaline. The Yankees team today, it's like I'm not saying they don't go out there and play with any pride, but they still go out there, they go play, but these players today, they're not built like players of the past. And there's not going to be another Jorge Posada. I'm sorry. There's not going to be another Mariano. There's not going to be another Derek Jeter. There's not going to be another Bernie Williams, Paul O'Neill. As far as Yankee players today and those players that are going to play for the Yankees in the future, they got to create their own legacy. They got to create their own legacy. They have to be the best version of themselves. They don't have to be the next so-and-so. I don't care about any of that. I've stated that many times. All right. They don't have to, Volpe doesn't need to be the next cheater. I was so annoyed when they made that comparison. I didn't ride that wave. You've all heard me say that a bunch of times. Then there was these comparisons of Dominguez being the next Mickey Mantle. Like who comes up with this stuff? Like we don't need them being the next so and so. Let them be themselves. Let them create their own legacy. So Boston improved substantially when they dumped Devers. Yeah, Boston's been on a roll, man. Boston's been killing it in the summer. They've been killing these in the summer months. But they're the boys of summer. They're the boys of summer. Fall is where it really matters, right? Boston's been good though. I mean, to their credit, I'm not discrediting them. They got a good team. They got a good manager behind them too. Victor says, "Mark my words, Boston will collapse." I'll hold you to it. Yeah, just hit the ball and play good defense, man. Keep it simple. That's right. But what do we got for Jackalope? We need a rabbit's foot for luck. What do we got for score predictions, people? What's today's score going to be between the Yankees and Astros? And Jockey Boy, what's your score prediction for the Blue Jays and Dodgers there, bud? Yeah, Dodgers made a statement last night, man. They made a statement last night against the Blue Jays. I didn't think the Blue Jays were going to lose like that, but man, that was pretty brutal. Didn't expect that, though. Didn't expect that. Jockey Boy is predicting he thinks his boys are going to win 5-3 today. Okay. He says the Yankees are winning today. All right. Yankees are going to win today. What's everybody's score predictions for the Yankees and Astros? 12-4 from Victor. So he thinks the bat's going to blow up today on the Astros. Yeah, I'm not going to give Astros 4 runs, man. Those guys they're pesky. They're pesky at the plate. But realistically, I think the score prediction yesterday was 5-4. I think the game before that was what? It was like 5-3 or something. I know yesterday was 5-4. Maybe I'll go 6-5 today for my score prediction. That's what I'm going to predict is 6-5. Could be right, could be wrong. I'm never right on these score predictions, but I just do it for fun anyway. It's not like I'm betting or anything. So, but I'm gonna go 6-5. Thinking there were private conversations going on yesterday. And what do you mean by private conversations? What kind of conversations between who? But I'm gonna go 6-5. Day games are unpredictable. The score is usually a combined 10 runs. True. Bronx Bombers going 5-3, but just win with Cleveland playing White Sox. Yeah, for real. For real. So Robert's going 5-4. So same as yesterday, either way. Okay. 5-4. Like I said, I'm sticking with 6-5. One-run games, yeah. Did anybody hear about Mariano Rivera tearing his Achilles? Yesterday in Old Timers Day. The Old Timers talking with current players. Yeah. Oh, I hope there was, man. I hope there was. Susan, right? Susan? All right, see you later, Robert. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of those the old Yankee players, man, probably had some conversations with the newer ones. Hopefully some like motivational speeches of some sort. Yeah, those guys were just built different, man. But the game was also different back in the day too. All right. What's everybody doing for food? What's everybody doing for food? What are y'all eating? Yeah, Lou Pinella. Yeah, but yeah, man. I mean, Walks of life, bro. Walks of life. Uh, baby back ribs and yellow rice salad. Okay. High of 91. Oof. Yeah, no thanks. K talking on yes says it's not Boone's fault or coach's fault. It's the player's fault that they lose. Well, it's a mix of everybody. But listen, as far as players go, when it comes, you got to make the simple plays. I mean, you're professional ball players, right? Like you practice this stuff. You got to make those plays, right? I mean, Duvall yesterday, right? The Yankees could have easily lost that game. They could have easily lost the series yesterday against the Astros when Duvall made that bad throw to Volpe. But you got to do better. You got to. I mean, you have to be able to make that throw. I understand mistakes happen, errors happen. I mean, these guys are human. I get it, but you have to make those plays, man. Got to make those plays. Jockey Boy's gonna eat pork chops. Susan's going salmon, spinach, and baked potato for brunch. You're good for today, so no dinner plans then. No dinner plans. So maybe some ice cream later, Susan. Actually, ice cream sounds really good. I know it's a little hot in my area, so I might have some ice cream later. Yeah, I mean, every play matters. Every play freaking matters, man. No matter what, even the smallest of plays, it matters. Because every time, I can't speak for you, Jockey Boy, but every time the Yankees make an error or make a mistake, it bites them later. And I say it every single time, man. It's just like, watch, these guys made a mistake. Watch, the other team's going to make them pay. And sure enough, it happens. Bring in Williams. I didn't see that. I didn't hear that part. Chicken breast and corn for Bronx Bomber. Stickley donuts, coffee, and 420. Okay. Stickley donuts. I've heard of Stickley donuts. Are they pretty good there, Victor? A bowl of Rocky Road ice cream for Bill. Okay. Yeah, got you, Jockey. Chef, what are you cooking up? He says wasabi tempura fish and chips with buffalo fried rice. Nice. Yeah, Jockey, 100%. You're still full from breakfast? Well, if you're full from breakfast, man, you ain't got to worry about food for a while. Victor says the donuts are good from Shipley's. Nice, man. I've heard of it, but we don't have any of that out here where I live. We got Dunkin' and Krispy Kreme. There's another chain called Lamar's Donuts. I've had Lamar's before. They're pretty decent. No baked peanut butter, chocolate oatmeal cookies. Oh, yeah. I actually got some black and white cookies right now in my kitchen. I could probably have some of that. Maybe I'll munch on that. I don't know. Banana pancakes? Ooh. Banana pancakes. Kind of in the mood for some pancakes now. I like blueberry chocolate chip. Two hits per donut, you get a dozen. So, dang! So if the Yankees get 6 hits, yeah, you're done with those donuts, dude. Yeah, let me pull up what Chef Nick said. This is what he's having here, Bill. Wasabi tempura fish and chips with buffalo fried rice. That sounds amazing. Yeah, buddy. Just trying to see if there's any other updates or news when it comes to the Yankees. So no news. What's up, James? Says hello. Except for Bednar, almost every move Cashman made at the deadline was a waste of time. I mean, again, I think Rosario, Caballero. I mean, I think those guys will add. Those guys add value. Slater, unfortunately, he got hurt. I mean, it happens. Duvall, he's been okay. I mean, he had that bat throw yesterday. Jake Bird, he's in the minors right now. Jake Bird's got good stuff there, James. But you got to remember too, before he got traded to the Yankees, the Rockies used him a lot this season. He pitched 53 innings for the Rockies in 45 games. So by the time the Yankees had traded for him, he's worn out. He's got good stuff, but I think he'll figure it out. Bill says half my nutrition comes through this tube connected to my chest. I'm turning green. Uh-oh. Going Incredible Hulk. Lose position players and call up a catcher. Well, I mean, who else were they going to call up? Yeah, I like McMahon for defense. Yeah, McMahon's been solid too. I mean, if anything, he's been a solid upgrade at third base. Yeah, and pitching in Colorado is way different than pitching out and pitching anywhere else. Yeah, I go to these I've been to a few Rockies games. It's different, man. It's because of the altitude. So, it's going to be an adjustment period for Jake Bird. Again, hopefully he can figure out his stuff. He's got the stuff. He's got a good pitch mix, but it's just he's just been having a few issues, but I think he's gonna be fine. I think. Hopefully he can figure it out. Yeah, honestly, dude, I don't think they're going to call up Jones yet. I think they're going to call him up in September when they expand the roster. Thing is, you could call up Jones, but he'll be riding the bench most of the time. Let's be honest. So let him continue getting his at-bats. But yeah, but there's no doubt that we should see Spencer Jones next year for sure playing. Hopefully, he'll probably take over center, Judge and right. Probably see Cody Bellinger at first base. So we'll see what he does in the offseason. He's got that player option. We'll see if he exercises it or does he opt out. If he does opt out, the Yankees better give him a contract. Williams and Tim Hill. Yeah, I don't want to see Devin Williams. I've been saying that. I think you'll probably see Luke Weaver, Mark Leiter Jr. There's a few guys you'll probably see. You're probably not going to see Bednar, man. Jones is not our savior, folks, and they are protecting his rookie status. Yeah, he's not. I wouldn't call him a savior yet. Like we're not there yet. You guys gotta, we gotta let them get the major league experience and see what he's all about at the major league level, because it's a hell of a lot different than pitching than playing in the minors. I agree about at bats, but he is a better fielder than Dominguez. That's for sure. Devin Williams DFA, yes or no? I mean, I wouldn't complain. They might, with some of these reinforcements coming back potentially, right? You got Yarbrough and Fernando Cruz slowly making their way back, right? They're rehabbing. Yeah, for sure, Jake. But he's cut down on the strikes though, on the strikeouts, because he was like over 40%. Now he's what, 27 from what I heard. Yeah, Kevin Maston, X-Man. Yeah, I don't want to hear none of that stuff. I don't even entertain that. Rail Bird, he's in the house with the posse. What's up, man? What's going on? Thanks for joining. Appreciate everybody joining and interacting. Once again, make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe if you're new. The strike zone's on the road to 2K. And once we hit 2K, doing a couple of giveaways. So subscribing is free. It don't cost you a dime or a penny. It costs you nothing. Let's just see how many likes we're at. I don't think we're at 50, but, I'll just check just for the fun of it. Yeah, it looks like we're at 31 likes. I don't know if we'll get 19 more because I am going to end the stream soon. Cool runnings, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Bronx Bomber at the time it was a good idea to trade for. It was a good idea to trade for Williams. It was at the time. It was a good idea to trade for Williams. I mean, none of us really thought that Williams was going to be like this. I mean, none of us could have predicted that, man. We thought he was going to be solid coming out of that bullpen, man. He was going to be solid for the Yankees, but nope. Hindsight's 2020. At the time, it was a good idea, but it didn't work out. Well, I appreciate it, Bill. What, are there people out there talking about me, Bill? Huh? Are there people talking about me? Is there something you want to tell me, sir? And then it'll be Brent Hedrick and Yariel De Los Santos that go down, and then Williams will walk in the offseason. Oh, Williams is definitely going to walk if he doesn't get DFA'd. Yeah, I think Hedrick will probably – I could see him being heading back down. And I could see them DFAing Williams maybe once Yarborough and Cruz get back. Yeah, I don't know that. In your opinion, Jeter misses all-timers game because of Cashman? Yeah, I don't know about all that. I mean, I'm sure they've had their issues in the past. I guarantee if Devin Williams gets DFA'd, another team will pick him up and he'll shine. Yeah, and if he does, good for him. Good for him. I hope it works out for him for a different team. It's just it ain't the Yankees though. Right, Bill? It was his daughter's birthday. Okay, I didn't know that. So yeah, family first, of course. If it was his daughter's birthday, man, Old Timers Day, daughter's birthday. What do I want to do? I'm sorry, it's my kid's birthday. That's what I'm doing. But I didn't know it was his daughter's birthday though. That's good stuff. But anyway, folks, I am going to end the live stream here though, because I am going to go live for the play-by-play in 25 minutes. So I hope to see all of you there. If pop in, say what's up. Hit that like button when you come in. All right, hopefully get some new subscribers. I know I've been getting some new subscribers as of late, so thank you to all the new subs that are out there that have subbed. It's greatly appreciated. So thank you all very much. The support means a lot to me. It really does. But let's hope that the Yankees do come away with a win today and they get the series win. After today, they will host the Minnesota Twins on a 3-game set. You could say it'll be an easier series, but I am no longer saying that any of these games are going to be easy. Every game is going to be a challenge, especially the way the Yankees sometimes like to show it. But, we'll see what happens. But yes, indeed, folks. But I'm going to shut it down here, like I said. But thank you all for tuning in to the pregame. You guys and gals are the best. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Victor. I'll email you soon, Victor. I promise. I have not forgotten, so I apologize for not emailing you. But they're a really easy team. Well, You know what I'm trying to say, Jake. You know what I'm trying to say. Compared to these other teams, they have 55 wins, but we're just talking about compared to other teams. Raw steak time, baby. Let's go. But thank you all very much. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Be safe out there. Stay cool. All right. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. All right. Thank you all very much. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Share this channel out with everyone you know. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Jockey Boy. Good luck to you. And as always, let's go Yankees. We're out. See you on the play-by.